Alright, I hit the spinny button after hitting stop, and now we'll walk in. This is their main door going in. It's dirty. We're working here. This is some of the acoustic tiles I'm going to be using. Some of these we've already made already. Other stuff is just regular old ceiling tile. It's acoustic-based ceiling tile. And you can see some of the tiles are damaged from some water damage. So what I'm doing is I'm taking those tiles down, the damaged tiles are coming down, and I'm going to be using them in the walls for acoustic treatment. In a normal situation, what I'd like to do is I'd like to take these tiles and I would wrap them with insulation. So you would literally just get the fluffy insulation and you wrap it right around the tile, and then you duct tape it. And then this would get hung from the ceiling and act as a bass trap. So it would be, if say this closet was going to be a bass trap hole, you'd have those tiles hanging in vertically like this, in different areas, hanging right from the ceiling, with the insulation hanging off. And you would go floor to bottom with those. As many as you can get in here without them touching. You want them to be able to move a bit. That would be a fantastic bass trap for this room. Unfortunately, we can't always have exactly what we want, so we're going to do it a little differently. These we're actually going to stack up horizontally with fluffy bats in between them. We're going to stack those floor to ceiling in a couple of crevices that I've seen in that room. And then we're also going to do something like a reel trap. These are homemade reel traps. It's a piece of 503 orange corning, and it's wrapped up around some wood and some material wrapped around it. And those are going to go up in the corners like this. And I'll show you some pictures of that and all that stuff. And then we've also made some triangles that we're going to put up into the corners to act as further bass trapping. So let's go ahead to their studio here. They're still in the middle of construction. And you can hear, I'll do a little bit of talking. Hey, hey, hey. You can hear there's some serious slap. There's a lot going on in this room. So we got to do some bass trapping so that their speakers sound better for them and they get the sound they're looking for. But also, we're going to get rid of some of that slapback and reverb and echo you're hearing throughout the room. So again, we're taking down tiles that are no good. We're putting up good tiles, and I'm going to be using that stuff as acoustic insulation. So here's this area here. This is a window. It's a formal window that used to be in this room. When we moved in here, it was already plugged up with drywall, and what I'm hoping is insulation behind that drywall. Well, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be filling this. And normally, what I'd like to do is, like I said, fill it with the insulation-covered pieces of soundboard horizontally, vertically, hanging from the top line. But in this case, we can't do that, so we're going to do something a little different. Also with that, we'd like to do some type of a rubber membrane going across, so that would be bouncing back and forth and, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to do that in this case. What we're actually going to do is we're going to fill that crevice with a combination of insulation and the soundboard / acoustic tiles. I'm just going to fill it horizontally from the bottom to the top. Then we'll cover that with material, the same material we use for our acoustic panels out there. And we'll do the same thing with this plug. And then over here on this wall, you can see right when this door opens, the door to the vocal booth, there's a space here, and it's a really nice little gap. The gap is about a foot, maybe a little longer than a foot. So this is similar to the layout of what I'm going to do in the window. It's basically fluffy bats of insulation that are folded on top of each other as loosely as possible. And then what I've done is I've stuck in the broken up acoustic panels in between each piece. So what that's going to do for us is just help us to get as much bass absorption as possible in that area without doing the vertical slats. It might be better. I'm not sure. I don't really have any way to really test it in this particular room. But we're going to do that over in this section. And then across here, they have a similar thing. It's a little deeper here. This is looking, it's maybe a foot and a half deep. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to stack up fluffy bats all the way to the ceiling, and in between each bat, I'm going to have the acoustic panel. So what I'm doing basically is I'm going through the whole both floors, the fourth and the fifth floor, taking down bad panels, putting up good panels, breaking up the bad panels, and basically sticking them in the walls to get us some more acoustic treatment into this room so they can get a better sound. It would be great if we could maybe get some sound in this room. Well, you can hear, hey, 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 hey. And I'm standing, let's say, I'm standing right here against the back wall, so you can hear what it sounds like now, then we'll do another one. Hey, hey, Now I'll move forward to their listening position, their current listening position. Hey! 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 That's that. I'll come back and show you what's up after I've hung some of these panels and finished some stuff up and cleaned up for the guys. And we'll show you what it's like later. This is Studio C, Rhythmatic Productions. And this is Michael Grant signing off for... I'm so tired, it's pretty damn late. This is Michael Grant signing off for the collective, Downtown Springfield, Mass.